Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George from Movie Misfit, and today I'm going to check out the German Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's Master with Crack Fingers. So here it is, the German Blu-ray release of Jackie Chan's Master with Crack Fingers. I've removed the cellophane from it already because it did arrive with a bit of a crack case, which worried me that something inside may have been damaged, but that is not the case. So this is a movie that has seemingly, let's say, divided Jackie Chan fans into, discussing whether it's the first real Jackie Chan movie, or is it a good Jackie Chan movie? There are a couple of different versions of this movie, of course, but this particular version has been released by the same company that released Fantasy Mission Force, the German Blu-ray edition of Fantasy Mission Force, and that Blu-ray blew me away. It offered quite a bit on there. You can go back and watch my video of unboxing that one, and it was stunning quality, so I have quite high hopes for this one. But I have had a number of different versions of this over the years, and the first would be on this real cheap ass produced videotape, The Master with Crack Fingers, with a shot from Wheels and Meals there. Hong Kong Connection, which is part of the Imperial Entertainment of the UK, and you can see here it hasn't been wound back from the last time I watched it, but then not long after I'd gotten that, and I say not long, I mean a few years after that, then it came out on very early on DVD from Prism. This is a very cheaply put together DVD. Not much. You can see sort of a shot of the menu here. There's not much on offer. It wasn't fantastic quality by any means at all. Just looking for the running time. There's no running time on the VHS, but on this version it runs for 79 minutes. But I kind of always not loved it, but still had a wee, I don't know, a bit of a guilty pleasure. I just thought it was fun to see. But then Rare Scope, a few years later, decided to release the Cub Tiger from Kwantong, which is another version altogether of The Master with Crack Fingers. And again, it claims to be the real first movie of Jackie Chan. So you can get a quick look at this. This runs for about 6 minutes extra. So 6 minutes in comparison to Master with Crack Fingers. And with this came a couple of extras there. But it just was a nicer package. And I think that always helps whenever you have something that's kind of had a bit of love put into it. But yes, so then, of course, whenever I had gotten the onto Amazon Germany and saw that this Blu-ray was available and it was from the same label who had done Fantasy Mission Force, I kind of got a wee bit excited. Full uncut version, as it has splattered here, digitally remastered in full 1080, multi-region, which is wonderful, runs for 85 minutes, so I'm kind of hoping that it is the Cub Tiger from Kwantong version. Has English subtitles, German and Mandarin language options, reversible cover, trailers, deleted scenes, and also offers up the US version in German language and English language. So I'm kind of thinking, hopefully, that both versions of this movie, Cub Tiger and Master of Crack Fingers, are here on the Blu-ray, and both in 1080p. I'm very, very excited for this, I have to admit. But yes, here we have it. It looks more a bit like a mixture of the Big Brawl or Battle Creek Brawl and Enter the Dragon than it does the Master of Crack Fingers or Cub Tiger. And maybe a wee bit of Snake and Eagle's Shadow put in there also. But I'm very excited to get watching it, I have to say. I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't even know if there's a date on here when this was actually released as the DVD, sorry. So it definitely has been well over 10 years since I last watched this. 1974 production. But yeah, I mean, I still kind of have a small love, I have to say, a small love for this movie. Again, I don't, Jackie, all his early movies have been hit and miss, especially with the low way years. This is the same cover both sides here. The only thing it's missing is the rating on here, and I'm going to flip that around. Sometimes That rating is stuck to the case as a sticker, and other times is printed on the cover, which is why you'll find with a lot of the German buys that they are double-sided and reversible covers. There we go. And then of course inside you've got this lovely disc. But yes, I mean, look, it's not the greatest movie in the world, but to have it here now, finally digitally remastered in full 1080p is going to excite me, or is exciting me right now to go and watch it. I don't know if it's going to be a movie we ever see released from the likes of Idiot Films or Eureka or anyone like that. So to have this option out there definitely gets a thumbs up. So I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to put it up against both DVD versions of the movie. I don't think they're going to do anything spectacular to stop this from amazing me. But yes, I'll be back soon. So just back after watching Jackie Chan's Master with Cracked Fingers on Blu-ray from Germany, and it was just fantastic. Much like the Fantasy Mission Force release from these guys, the quality was stunning. Of course, this would be the movie that first saw Simon Yuen, Yu Ping's father, train Jackie Chan as such in a movie long before Snake and Eagle's Shadow and Drunken Master. And saw him also star alongside Tian Feng, who played his teacher, father figure in The Young Master. In fact, actually, there's a great wee cast throughout this whole movie, and I'd forgotten how enjoyable it actually is and how well put together it is. I think the fact that we've had this movie for so long in such poor quality on videos or DVDs kind of didn't really help the movie as such, but seeing it on Blu-ray in fantastic quality actually made up for that. And I have to say, I definitely enjoyed it more than I ever have in its picture perfect quality. And of course then there's some fantastic and fun fight scenes put in there, choreographed by young Jackie Chan and Corey Yuen-Kwai, which is great. The full HD version, which is playing behind me here, providing that YouTube doesn't slap me, it runs for about 85 minutes long. So it's similar to the DVD release of the Cub Tiger from Kwantong, although it's not the same cut. It's absolutely gorgeous. Not so much on this television, I'm going to just put that out there. I have watched it inside on my 4K TV and it looks spectacular. The picture is stunning, trust me. Equally impressive as Fantasy Mission Force was on Blu-ray, and even close to Subtitles release from Idiot Films and Eureka Films. It has got that restoration and that cleanup that really sets it apart from what any other copies that I have of this movie thus far. I would say when you put it in terms of its restoration, when you put it next to the likes of the Prism release of Master with Cracked Fingers, or the Rare Scope release of Cub Tiger from Kwantong, and even when you see it up against the US version of this movie on this Blu-ray itself, the US version of course is known as Snake Fist Fighter. Now the Snake Fist Fighter version on this Blu-ray is released as an SD version. It's not an HD, it's not restored or cleaned up in any way. It's actually very bleached and looks terrible. In fact, the Prism DVD release of Master of Cracked Fingers is better quality than the US version on this Blu-ray. It runs for about 90 minutes though, and offers you as well English and German language options. There's an interesting 4-minute long deleted scene that shows Jackie's character growing up and the antics that he gets up to kind of as a young teen before he kind of reaches that young adult stage. And then there's a trailer for Fantasy Mission Force also on there, which was a lot of fun, which was just great to look back on. Actually, I want to watch the movie again. That movie just, it has me in kinks. I love it. It's a fantastic film. But yes, if you're a Jackie Chan fan, if you have not seen this movie the way it's supposed to be seen, I would definitely recommend trying to get your hands on this German Blu-ray release of Master with Cracked Fingers. It is well worth the look. And to be honest, it excited me enough that I would love to see maybe Idiot Films or Eureka go down that road of restoring it, giving us that two different versions on their release of what this movie is really all about. But until then, this is the one you can get from Amazon Germany, or it's probably kicking around eBay for a little bit more. But yes, definitely a thumbs up for me. Multi-region, which is wonderful, and I'm so glad that it's a part of my collection now. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to invincibleasia.com, where you can check out full reviews on a lot of these movies. I'm just trying to get them up every week. I'm trying to write as much as I possibly can to get it up there. Don't forget to subscribe, like, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia and at Movie Misfit for bullet reviews and other stuff that I simply cannot put to video. Anyway, lots more to come, lots more pre-orders coming in from Idiot Films and Eureka this month, and there's still, I still have a ton of things I want to share with you. So yes, keep an eye on the channel. I'll be back very shortly. Thanks for watching, enjoy Kung Fu, and I'll see you soon.